Good evening, vinyl community. Wasn't planning on making another video this week of my vinyl finds, but I have not been able to stay away from the stores. Been to the Sound Exchange twice this week. I went on a whim one day before picking my kid up from work, and somebody had finally stocked the shelves. Somebody had came in and dropped off a big shipment. And I went down there and grabbed a few things that I thought were pretty decent looking, and some very unique items. Called my buddy Jeremy and just, you should probably get down there. He grabbed a few things, and I had the inkling after going home and seeing what I actually came home with that I should probably go back and see if I forgotten anything. And just so happens I did. So I actually took some old vinyl down that I cleaned up that I just don't listen to, and turned them in. Give me a little bit of spare cash to play with, and I brought a few more things home today. So really quick, I'm going to do a couple of different things in this video. I'm going to just show the few things that I've gotten over the last 2 days. And then I'm also going to give you a quick little tour of my setup here. And then I have a question there at the end I want to ask. Okay? First thing that I picked up is what we're listening to here. It's a band called Focus, Morning Waves. It's on Sire. The guy behind the counter talked me into buying this one. He had it playing at the record store, and he's like, "You should take this one home." And $3, I'm digging it big time. All right, number 2, Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Serendukis. It sounds weird, and you know what? It sounds weird. I've been in a jazz fusion and psychedelic rock mood lately, and pretty much 90% of what I have is filling that void. This is really cool album. Just got done listening to this one with the wife. Even she enjoyed it. Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Serendukis on Epic. It's worth picking up. Got that one for $1. Here's one I got for 50 cents. Peter McKeon, Playing Near the Edge. It's a gold stamp promo copy. Haven't listened to it yet, but it's listed as being in the psych rock category, I think it was, or something. Looking forward to listening to that one. I picked this one up for 50 cents just because the cover was really sweet. 2001 Diodato. Have not listened to it yet. The little guy here on the front is perforated. You can't tell through the plastic wrapping. But again, looking forward to listening to this. Came out in beautiful shape. Looks good. Next, Jean-Luc Ponty's Musical Adventures. Haven't listened to it yet. Cleaned up near perfect. It looks like it's going to play really well. Excited to give that a listen. That's, I believe, in the jazz fusion category. A couple George Bensons here. George Benson's Bad Benson, and then White Rabbit. Both in really, really sweet condition. I bought this one today because I picked up a Uriah Heep album yesterday that I brought home and cleaned and gave it a listen and really dug it, and I went back and I actually found another one, a different one. This one is Sweet Freedom. Let's see if I can dig through here and find the other one. The other one is Return to Fantasy. Both of these are in mint condition, just beautiful. Looks like the guy bought them and just put them on a shelf. Perfect. My next 2 finds, I think I showed them in pictures yesterday, if anybody saw them floating around on the Facebook, is Stuff and more Stuff. Played these both last night, really dug them. Went back looking for more, did not find any, unfortunately. This is a pretty rare one, it looks like. It's Iceberg Does It Live. Evidently it was for the 100th week at Walt Disney World for this guy, and they only gave it out to people who visited Disney World, who saw this guy's show in one of the kingdoms. I don't know. I didn't go, obviously, back in the 70s, so I haven't listened to much of it yet, but the few minutes that I did listen to, I thought it was actually pretty neat for a free album, and I got it for 50 cents. Seen it selling online for 30 or so, so I don't know if I'm going to hang on to this or not. I'm just going to have to play through it and see what I think. Picked this one up just for the Johnny Cash and the Jerry Lee. An 80s Plantation Records pressing of Country Superstars. It's a compilation album. Showed this one on the Facebook group as well, Aphrodite's Child 666. Give this a listen, and it is a trippy, dippy mess. My wife did not care for this one too much because it was just too weird for her, especially at night. It is a master disc copy, and it's pretty good. A little bit of ring wear down there at the bottom, but otherwise it looks really good. All right, two of the last albums I'm going to show. I'm excited to listen to, and I've never seen them before, and haven't heard anybody talk about them. White Witch. This one is called A Spiritual Greeting, and then this one I believe is just self-titled. A sealed copy of this is going for sale on Discogs for $250. I think that's, I don't know. If anybody knows anything about this one, they can hook me up with some information. Be much appreciated. But yeah, beautiful shape. Gave it a listen. Not really that big of a fan of it, so I'm wanting to probably sell this one if it's worth something. I gave it a try. The wife didn't like it. It's listed as being psychedelic southern rock. That just doesn't work for me for some reason. Haven't listened to this one yet. I'm gonna hold off judgment until I listen to that one. The last record I'm going to show is leading into a question that I posed on a different Facebook group. I traded in enough things that he gave me enough money that I could buy a new album, and I picked up Dave Matthews Band's Away from the World limited edition clear double vinyl. I'm a big Dave Matthews fan from many years ago, and I mean, just look at this. Very cool clear vinyl. I'm a sucker for colored vinyl, clear vinyl. I just love it. Problem is, disc number 1 is warped. And my record shop is very much a mom and pop place. They rarely get new stuff in. They don't have a big inventory of new stuff. Do I complain to them? Do I complain to the manufacturer? How do I complain to a manufacturer? And I don't really want to cause a rift at the only record store in our entire area. And especially one that the guy's giving me such good deals, and I'm finding all this great stuff out lately. So if you have any opinions, have you ever dealt with warped records that you bought brand new, straight out of the package, leave me a comment or find me on Facebook. I'd love to talk about it before I make my decision on that. Alright, I'm going to give a quick little tour of my setup here. We're entering my man cave, my home office, my home away from home, and my place where I listen to my records. There's my record player. I play a Technetics Direct Drive SL-DD22, generously given to me by good friends of mine. My setup right now is 215 Customs and my old PA system for when before I got my new setup, which is hidden away in the closet. Here's my home office. I'm a real estate appraiser by trade, so I get to work from my desk most of the time. And here's where I clean my vinyl at the edge of my desk. And my beer collection. Some of my vinyl is hidden down there. Those are the ones I've yet to go through and clean. This is a box of newer stuff that's ready to get categorized and put on this spreadsheet. Stacks upon stacks against the wall here. A beautiful Epiphone Les Paul from the White Album, and a decoupage thing that I did a few years ago. And just more records, more CDs. You can't really see them, it's too dark in here. There. All of those are Dave Matthews CDs, live concert bootlegs and things. Alright, so that's it for this video. Comment, leave a message. Let me know if you have an opinion about the vinyl issue due to some warping going on. And you guys have a great day and enjoy the music.